So I just wanted to come on and have a conversation quickly, or a discussion about why people don't heal. And I get asked this question so often as to why can this disease or this belief or this way of living, why can't I just transcend it and why can't I heal? And it's quite an interesting question, but a complex one, because although in our divine nature we're simple, in our human nature we are rather complex because we're multi-layered, from having a mental body to an emotional body to a physical one to a spiritual one. And so each of those bodies contain within it belief structures, traumas, experiences that sometimes align, and when they align, life works amazingly. But when they don't align, when they misalign, that can create discord. And so you can sit here and work on your emotions until you're blue in the face, but if you have fragmentation within a soul level, whereby, so for instance, if you were tragically murdered or killed in a previous life, aspects of your soul fragments through that trauma, and can exist within different realms of realities, because the reality, the only reality, is everything is in this present moment. So your past, future and present, it's all happening in this moment. And so hence the concept of fragmentation. But our logical linear mind would find this concept difficult to digest. So you have to really rely on your intuition and intuit this understanding, rather than try and make sense of it from a logical perspective. And so healing is complex. Healing, you cannot just work within the constructs of the mind, which really governs the mental and emotional bodies, more so really than the soul body. The soul body, you're expanding beyond just the mind. And so I think the concept of healing can become complex when we don't view it as a integral, multi-layered, multi-dimensional sense of healing. And so when we seek just one protocol that works on one layer of your being, you can be in that layer for your entire life and not be able to really make an impact on your self-healing or healing or gain what it is that you're trying to gain. And so I think the purpose of it is to first of all become aware of your multi-dimensional self, become aware that you are not just the emotion, you're not just the thought, you're not just the soul, you are everything. You're not just the physical, but you are all of those. And all of those bodies, etheric bodies, mental body, emotional body, has its own constructs within it. It carries its own blueprint, it carries its own traumas and lessons and experiences and belief structures. And so when we're trying to heal an issue, you have to really dive into all aspects of it. What are my thought patterns around this? What are my belief structures around this? What emotions comes up for me going into meditation from a soul perspective? Are there any fragmentations? Are there any trauma from a soul level? Because believe it or not, a soul is still, you are made up of a body and a soul and a spirit, and your soul is also here to gain insight, to expand, to grow, and so it also needs healing. It is not just the physical or the emotional or the mental, but it's all of you, including your soul, that needs that expanded awareness, through compassion, through forgiveness, through understanding, and through really shifting and changing those beliefs. Because even the soul would carry certain belief structures, but I want to say less of a belief structure on a soul level and more around fragmentation and trauma, as opposed to belief structures, which is predominantly around the mental and emotional and physical body. That's where we store most of our belief systems and belief structures. And those kind of blueprints that needs to be shifted if you want to make a transformation, significant transformation and a shift in your own life. And so I invite you really to start to explore your multi-dimensional self by just contemplating on assessing your thoughts, connecting with your emotions, connecting with your physical body through different rituals, different practices, and becoming aware that you have all these different layers to you. And so that really then opens up the gateway or the door for further inquiry and a deeper understanding of what they all mean. For now, play with those concepts and see how you get on. All my love and blessings.